All right, we're live. So, I got my guest with me, Feeney, and we're going to be discussing network token today. And let's just go dabble into what you're talking about, Feeney, and what you kind of noticed, I guess.
Gosh,
I'll let
okay.
you take it
Listen,
away.
Deuce Lee, thanks for having me here. Feeny Baggins, I gotta tell you. Question mark? Big red question mark. You see these things floating around for months. Okay. You hear these spaces grilling, drilling, everything. You don't know what the hell's happening. But you see 500,000 people in these spaces. That's cool. Question mark. I got lots of questions for you. Now, full disclosure, send money to this address of an influencer. Okay, cool. I get it. That's fine. I did send a bit. Do you know why? Because I want to actually be close and tight. I want to know what the hell's going on. What?
Let me ask you something. So, for people that don't understand the topic, network token is provided by who dropped the token?
Okay. So the network token, there's the red question mark you'll see in the Twitter spaces, and they'll quite often start calling it crypto Twitter. And it's that shill and villain, Alex, you've got Bark, and you've got Books. Now, I don't know them all that well. I've seen Alex hosting spaces daily for months. I'll give him full credit on that. Never will I say anything negative about that at all. That man has seriously worked hard every single day. But um, network token. These influencers, they won't actually say who the founder is, but it's clearly the three of them. I don't know why they're putting smoke and mirrors. It's
Wait,
all
so
part of the facade.
is this network token a part of Ben? Is that his name?
No. So Ben, I think, has
Okay.
inspired Network Token, you could say, has been in the making for 8 months, but really it's because they've been building this community and they see that now they could say it's been in the making, but really it's time to monetize on what this community has been made. We all understand why we're here. If you've created a product, even if it's by accident, you started doing spaces that took off, you gained a following, people started to actually follow it. Now you can monetize on it. That's amazing. But what I noticed is that there seems to be a little bit of guiding the sheep to try to see things. And I've seen this before. Okay. So, like, we've been doing crypto for a while now, Deuce, whether it be NFT, whether it be tokens, whether it be sniffing new contracts early, it doesn't matter. We've been doing it. Okay.
Right.
We've seen tricks and marketing tactics. The founders of this project are three marketers. That's what they do.
Mhm.
They are, some people would call them influencers. But
Right.
they must be, because they're up there talking about products and content, and people are sharing it by the dozens and the dozens, and that's called influence. That's influencing, you know. And
Right.
so you've
I
got
used to have
three.
an influence like that, you know what I mean? I just swing my hand and everyone go left. No, just
Yeah,
kidding, but
man. Hakuna Matata on that shit. So we've got we we've got these three marketers that have the network token out, and they're using their marketing skills, everything that they've learned, anything they've seen, anything that they've wanted to use. They're doing it now, and it is pretty cool to watch. I will give full credit where credit's due. These guys are seriously putting on a pretty cool show. Big Brother producers would be jealous. You know, they were supposed to launch a token today. They had their program this morning at 9 a.m. was called Network Token Rollout. I should point out, people sent in the funds days ago. I knew it wouldn't come out for 2 or 3 days. They said that, and then today was day two. I figured it would launch tomorrow, and I know the whole game. I know what they're playing. That's why I didn't sit online today. I mean, they want you to sit online. They network. They engage farm. So they've got it saying they're going to roll out their network token. But you know what they
mhm.
actually did? They used it as another opportunity to try to hype this thing one last time. Okay, one last time to try to gain a few extra bucks into their pre-sale, whether it be that or people to get in on the launch, to try to see that hype. They're in their Twitter space for their rollout this morning. They're going to be launching the token. They're teasing it the whole time. I want to point out, it's 14 hours later now. It's the end of the day. They're done. Token never launched. Okay, just to really clarify that. So
Right.
so this morning they're in their Twitter space. You've got, I don't know, anywhere from 500 to 1,000 people in there. I think there's about 600 people in the space, and they said, we're taking this live into Discord. come into the voice chat. If you don't have a link, come here, look at the link. Now, when I joined that Discord, I did it on the first day that they started doing that kind of stuff, and I was in the first 1,000, and an hour later there was over 3,000. And I was like, wow, that really did take off. I mean, I'm watching what's going on. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, anyway, this morning they say go into the Discord, we're in the voice chat. You look in there, and now there's 100 people, 200 people, 500 people, 700 people. There's 1,000 people in the voice chat, 1,200 people in the voice chat. They're in the Twitter space live at the same time as in the Discord. They're talking in the Discord. Nobody else can talk in the Discord. It's just the stage, right? But they're simultaneously broadcasting this. And you've got all this action inside of their Discord chat is typically locked. You can't chat in it, right?
Okay.
They unlock it. And now when it unlocks, I'm talking the chat goes off through the roof. Again, there's 1,200 people in the voice chat. Now the chat in their general chat is going nuts. If you type something, you can't find it. You've got to scroll up. You've got to really fall behind. You're not going to keep up. So they do that for a good half hour. But then they say
is the chat real though? Like, is the content that they're talking about, is it like bots or
so this is where I'm going to go with that. I think so, because listen. Not so much bots. I've seen it where communities will come in and say, or you'll have a community manager that'll come in and say, I can bring you 5,000 active chatters. I can bring you 500 active chatters that will make your chat room look like it is a hyped, legit project. And this happens, right? Okay. And there's nothing wrong with it, I guess, but it is smoke and mirrors. It's a marketing tactic. And I'm watching it with the network token. I'd love for them to tell me that they're not. They know that they are. I know that they are. And that's enough. Okay. The rest of it can be for the show.
What leads you, sorry to cut you off. So to get to the point, what leads you to say that? How do you know?
I'm not tying that, eh? So
no, I'm just, maybe I missed something.
So they'll be in there for about a half hour in the Discord, and then they say, okay, we're out. We're going back onto Twitter, okay? And then they bail. Off of Discord they go, okay? Right. They lock the chat up. No more chat, okay? Now, I'd like to point out, if you go to that chat right now, you've got 1,200 people in a Discord. You can't keep up in a Discord. You're going to have 1,000 reactions easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'll see things that are posted there for 12 hours. Some things that have been there for 6 hours. And there's no more than 250 likes, or emoji reactions on it. Most of them have like 70 or 80. So what I'm saying is that, and even those 250, I bet you was still left over of what that community was there for that paid hour. But then they lock it, because then you don't see when that paid community isn't there. If that chat was unlocked right now, you'd have half hour between comments. You just would. And I'm not trying to say anything, that you can have a good project like that, but I've seen projects try to build this kind of hype so that you think that's that, and you're going to go in twice as heavy. You think you're going to go and put a 0.1 of an ETH? How about you remove that decimal? I'm putting a whole ETH in this shit. Look how hype this is. Look at that.
Exactly what you're trying to say is there's hype manipulation to make a new retailer that comes in there just get super fucking stoked and be like, you know what, man, I'm going ham on this fucking project. Like,
yes,
I'm gonna throw down on this.
Yes, sir.
So you're saying that this is all manipulated with the extra, maybe for a developer, it's more so called a service, right? That they're buying to have people come in there and just create activity for a certain amount of time.
Listen, like, this isn't a service that I'm just thinking might exist. I've been on core teams where I have access to every channel. Like, it's the project that I'm running. I'm responding to the people that are actually putting in the ticket, saying, "Hey, my name is Joe. I'm a part of this community. I'd like to offer you our services. Right. If you would like to know what our rates are, like, these things are real, and you don't just get one here and there. You get multiple daily. Now, I never explored it to see if these things were real. I figured if I ever did, I would just be out money, and I don't want to be part of that. I don't like making fake hype, but I understand when you're doing a meme token launch, how hype is extremely important. It's kind of the name of the game.
Everything is hype driven. An NFT project, that's why, like, in a bull run, it's so easy to sell a project, because the hype and the essence of the air is a buying. Hey, where our money is up, let's go buy some shit. What are we looking at today? You know what I mean? But in this day and age, in this fucking bear market, the hype is artificially needed to be created artificially. You know what I mean? To sustain the pre-sale of a token. And that's what we're just trying to say, I guess, is just you got a new person coming in. It takes experience to like see these things out. You know what I mean? Because a new guy retailer that comes into crypto is gonna look at all this activity and be like, "Oh yeah, it's popping in here. This is fucking hype in here. I'm loving this project." When there's probably only like 200 or whatever, 100 people active in that fucking place, or 50. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. So, these guys are putting on a marketing show. I'm not saying that's a knock. Like, these guys have put in time in Web3. They really have. All right. And
It
they're
takes
putting
skill
what
to do this.
it does. And you know what? You know what they've said that it is. And they keep saying it because, well, they're smart. And this is just a meme coin. Now they've got bigger plans, but maybe they don't. That's me talking. Do you see that? That's how that stuff works. Like, I think to myself, like, these are guys that are in front of the camera every single day. I'm now intrigued when I see these botted processes. Like, and when I say this, can I be clear about something? I don't say it saying that it's going to go bad because of it. Okay. I was part of another project that I think is a really successful project, and it's got good days ahead. Um, and I'll even name it. Like, I watched it. It was a kid called Beast, and in their lead up to their mint and through their mint, they had very similar things where there was very much um, there was people that were brought in for the spaces. I hosted the spaces. I found that out, and that's fine. I panicked at first. I was like, hey, this is a bad thing. The floor went 4x from there, and that was after all of that. That was well after the smoke and mirrors of the marketing tactic was done. And what it did was it brought some people's attention from other communities. It did. And when they
For
got there,
sure.
they did like what was going on, because what was going on was good, so
Mm-hmm.
it worked there. But I don't know how you do that with a meme coin. What happens after that? After this token launches, after people have got their allocation or whatever, I have no idea what's going to go down. Like, um,
Right.
Ben token, you had mentioned, like, is this associated with Ben? No, they're not associated with Ben. I meant to answer that when you asked. Um, Alex, actually, you'll hear him. I don't know. I actually shouldn't say much. I don't listen to their show enough. I'm not quoting the man. I won't quote him. Won't quote him on that.
But you got the network token, right? You went into the sale and got some.
Yeah. So if I'm going to try to talk about something, I try to actually learn about it. And I used to always get made fun of by the guys, man. Every night it was the Feeny Baggins shopping spree in the middle of the night. Like, what did you get into tonight? It's like, well, I wanted to learn about this. Well, you could just
Yeah.
pretend you bought it. I'm like, well, no. Like, if I do that, I won't follow it. Like, I won't. I really want to know. So, like, I remember doing that with Crow Skulls and Chronos. It was like, I want to learn about that. So I got into it. I bought the pets. I bought the Crow Skull. I went in the adventures, and I
You
learned
got
about
into
it.
it. You got deep.
And then
You got
and
deep.
then I did, and I learned about what this GameFi experience is like. And I learned that, cool, they have a cool product. A lot of people like it, and that shit's not for me. Not Crow Skulls.
I can agree to that.
Crow Skulls is a good project. GameFi stuff. Uh, I want to know what's the long term, what's the end goal. Anyway,
Yeah.
network token. Let's stay focused.
Network token. Yeah, man. I don't know too much about network token. I don't really jump into the shitcoin. I missed the Pepe train. I right now for me, I'm more so building and developing more so on the contract side of things, and learning 1155, and all the different things you could do, musically, art wise, media wise. And I'm way more interested in providing a quality project of some sort, of different applications and different interests and different avenues of investor interest. Maybe you and I have spoken about an idea that you had about leverage trading and stuff like that. I'm sure lots of people are interested in leverage trading. For me, leverage trading was like the third step into my crypto journey. First, I was a hodler, you know what I'm saying? Then I became a staker, a professional staker. And then here comes leverage trading, baby. And I love leverage trading. That's what I've been doing for the last year. Is leverage trading. I've been learning the charts. You know, I want to get good enough so I can make videos. You know what I mean? I don't want to teach something I'm not too good at, but I've been practicing this a lot. It's been really fun, man. Um just understanding the market maker and leveraging your bets and cashing in your profits. And it really, when you trade every day, when you trade every day though, it really tunes you in with the scope of the market and the whole thing. And that's one thing I could say that leverage trading has helped me do. It's really helped me tune into the whole crypto universe of coins, how the market's breathing, how it's compared to, the dollar, and, how interest rates and everything just changes the fluctuation of the market. It's nutty. Sorry, back to network though.
No, it's all good. Yeah, well, the facts of the matter, facts. Let's speak facts about this. These guys marketed a product that had no information given, none, other than there's a product called something in the network token. Okay?
And this is the one where you sent the ETH to their wallet.
Yes, they had a
And
multi-sig wallet that you would send it to.
so this is like the template that's kind of popular, right? This is like a trend I see that's happening. You know,
Well, I actually didn't mind it, and as silly as that sounds, I would want to see it be a little more clear as to who the hell am I sending money to. Okay, because there's a whole lot of trust put into people that I don't know, and I'm sending it to an address that I just got told to send it to. But so did six. How many people? I think they broke the 3,000 holder, and they've got.
so I mean, isn't that like the fucking fun of crypto though? Just being the other side, crypto's always a gamble. It's like, what difference is it that I put in on this fucking token right here that just came out than me sending X amount of money to this wallet? Like, what difference is that? It's a 50-50 chance at the end of the day that you're either going to win or lose, right? So, what difference is it that you're doing that from some other guy just buying a shit coin off the market, right? It's kind of like the same thing. You're just flipping a coin at the end of the day, right?
Listen. Okay, you're right. So as far as an investment, you might go to zero right away. Might be like, bam, I already lost it. Okay, but listen, when you send money to somebody, it was less gas fee. Cost me like $4. Didn't cost me nothing. So if I went and had to do that on a website, that would have cost me easily $30 or $40 in gas fees. For sure, for sure, for sure. And not just that. How many people have ever gotten ripped off when they go to mint something or go into a token launch and you go to approve a contract? You approve a contract, all of a sudden you get siphoned. You've gone into some sketchy ass thing. I remember our boy Death Star saying, "Hey, Feeney, look at the bonfire. Look at the image of the bonfire." I was like, I just bought into this because of the image of the bonfire. He's like, it's sick. I'm like, shit, but we signed.
That was a good impression.
I went and signed and approved a contract on Bonfire, right? And they could have ripped me off for everything I was worth because I went into this because it had a nice fire on their website. But anyways, I didn't. He did. I went in because Death Star did, and I thought that I was anyways. So, Death Star, I love you. You know I do. But seriously though, you send money to a contract or you send money straight over to a wallet like we did this network token. I wasn't approving anything. My wallet's fine. My funds might be gone. So guess what?
That's a good.
I'm more than I'm willing to lose anyway.
That's a good point. So you're not actually like connecting your wallet to a DApp, so
Nothing.
you can, you know what I mean? Because when you do that, you higher the chances of your wallet getting threatened. But if you're just sending it to a wallet,
You're approving nothing. So I don't have to approve anything. You
right?
can't get sketchy and work something into a contract. Like there was that open sea thing that was going on for a while, like that there was a little worm in their contract, and it wasn't them. It was just how it went down. But guess what? When
Right.
you're sending money to these wallets, you're not approving anything. So I'm not saying to go and do this. It's sketchy. Okay. But I'm just trying to tell you that there's sketchiness on. I'm really making it sound like I'm saying send money to random wallets. This is the first time I've ever done it, and I probably won't do it
No,
again.
I honestly, I put money in to a coin that this guy was promoting, right? And you would just buy it off a swap, right? And it turned out, long story short, it was a rug. So my whole point here is like, at the end of the day, anything you fucking touch, you know, the number one unspoken rule of this game is like, get ready to lose your money, baby. You got to go into a bet doing that. So it's like, when I hear you just got to send a wallet, a X amount of money to a wallet, I'm like, man, it's the same thing as gambling on this other token. You don't know if, when it rises, you're going to get fucking rugged. You can't come out of the fucking trade. You know what I mean? So it's like,
You know what? Listen. How many times have all of us sat in spaces and listened to?
yo,
Uh,
you're covering the mic.
I am. How
There
about
you
how
go.
about
Perfect.
how about this? How many times have we sat in spaces and we've listened to founders and people, different devs, different project, come up and tell you about what they're doing, their project, their token, their NFT, whatever it is, and we've gone to their website that they've created and approved the contract that they've created that gives them access to whatever we just approved. It's no fucking different than what's happening right now with these meme coin guys asking you to send it to a wallet, except that they're minusing this approval of a contract. So if you went and put money into any of these things that they're saying, hey, send money to, it's because you either are a complete degen or you've liked what they were telling you, which is no
Well,
different than
yeah,
why you went to
which
their mint site.
it it's more so like people, these guys are just taking advantage of their communities that they have, right? They're seeing, some other big guy do it, and now they're just mimicking the big guys, right? And trying to get their community, hit their little community with the pitch.
Let's be serious.
My
If I were the network token, I would be doing the same thing. Like these guys do have a community. So if people are going to launch meme tokens and meme coins, why not them? Doesn't mean that meme coins make sense. A part of me feels like they've said that, but now they've got $1 million. Okay. Now it's different. These guys are on a microphone now. They have $1 million. What are they going to do with it?
That's a good point, though. See, now that you've come this far, right? You kind of got to come out and be transparent and be like, either create a DAO of some sort where the people can vote on what to do with it, or give options. If you're just gonna sit back, maybe, I don't know, maybe that's shady stuff. I don't know.
I don't think they'll
I
sit
mean,
back. Like they had said, okay. It's funny. I listen to things and like different things hit my ear. And what hits my ear is when the message isn't consistent. Okay. And the only times that it has been inconsistent is when they've accidentally told you what was going to happen. And they said when they were going to do their contract release, and they've said when they're going to do their launch of this token. When they put out that pre-sale saying, "Hey, send
mhm.
money here," they had said it's going to be 2 or 3 days. So we're going to close this, and then it's not going to launch right away. It's going to be 2 or 3 days. Now, they only said that once. They never repeated that again. The narrative became, well, maybe we'll do it today. But they said at that point 2 or 3 days. Today is day 2. Tomorrow's day 3. They teased all day today that it was going to come out. It's probably going to come out tomorrow, which would make the 2 or 3 days. Like these guys actually have as much as they tease and drag you along, I haven't heard any lies. Now, with that said, it's tough to catch somebody in a lie when they don't tell you what they're doing.
That's
so you got $1 million, 1.13 to be exact. You have 600 ETH that is sitting in a wallet now.
okay. So here now I'm grasping the situation. Thank you. So there's 600 ETH sitting in a wallet right now on standby,
That is correct.
and
They
there's
they haven't even told you how the allocation is going to work. They haven't told you how many tokens there are. They have not released the tokenomics.
I get it. All right, now I get
Okay.
it.
Now their reasoning, I want to be clear and I want to give full respect. I don't like to give half stories. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Their reasoning for it, I can respect. But I do believe it's smoke and mirrors and they're taking it and running with it. But whatever, good one to run with. They don't want to give the specifics because then that would give people the ability to launch fake contracts, have them ready, and it would kibosh their launch. So when they actually go to launch this token, nobody's going to have the same distribution of a token made, you know, because how many times do you see the same contract or a replica contract created? You know, they can't do that this time. So that's fine. And everybody's accepting that. So what?
So you think it's about to be a hit and run?
These guys
it
are coming.
Be.
Wait,
Why wouldn't it be?
Wait.
Why wouldn't it be? Unless you get some kind of phenomenal new graphic or content announcement talking about distribution funds.
So from what I'm hearing, they had given an example that if they raised 1,000 ETH, about 950 of it would go into the LP. So the easy math is 95%. Okay, if they hold true to that,
if they hold very pleasing, it sounds good.
If they hold true to that, out of that 1.1 mil, there should be about $960,000 that gets put into an LP. Okay, which means that the money is actually going to go to the people that have the tokens. But then you also have to wonder how many tokens are held back, how many are held for going to centralized exchange. I don't know any of those answers, and I don't know when they'll come out. But we've sent $1.13 million with none of that information. So,
do they have a DApp created already or anything?
Yeah, they've got a claim site. Now, I didn't go on it. I stayed offline today. I knew it wasn't going to launch today. I didn't spend my time. I had to get shit done. Tomorrow, probably going to have to check in a few times because I think that it'll probably launch. Now, with that said, I also didn't put a massive bag into this. So I don't have any kind of like belly saying I've got to go and get myself square. Like, I'm okay to watch this go and do what it will. Because as I said, I want to know that, you know, I might look at it and go, wow, I should have cashed out there, or I could have cashed out there, or wow, it's worth zero. I wish I would have cashed out at some point. I don't know, but I'm going to be along for the ride.
So what'd you put in? $100?
Yeah. $140.
$140, and then did it rise up? Did you watch it like rocket or anything like that, or?
Oh, Deuce, let's recap. Wait,
you haven't got.
Wait, I don't have anything yet.
I don't have anything yet.
No, I don't have anything yet. No, there is no rocket stat.
That answers
There's nothing's launched. My
so
money's there.
It's a delayed launch.
Yes, my money's there. Like an ICO, okay, just like an ICO, and then you'd see like, hey, it's reached. It's gonna launch in 3 days.
Yo,
okay,
what if they just leave you in the dust? And when I say you, I mean y'all.
Well, then I got
no word, just crickets, and it's like, hey, hello.
If nobody's there, then there's a 7:00 time slot for a show called I can't say the word. I don't know how he does it every night. Capitulation. How the hell do you say that word? That one.
Capitulation.
There'll be an opening.
Wow. So this should be interesting, you know, to cover throughout the week.
I just want to see what happens with this marketing. I want to see what happens with the
who is this who told you about this? the network token?
Oh, I was just in the space and listening.
Okay. Are they from Kronos? What blockchain are they from?
No, so Alex, I think he came from Solana, and
Okay.
that's what he used to. I remember listening to him just rant and rave about NFTs on Solana. But I wasn't on Solana, so I didn't listen to it a lot. You know,
Yeah.
I couldn't really relate, and I wasn't going over there at the time. So the other two guys, Books and Bark, I don't know a lot. I don't know a lot about them. They seem to be hosts. I don't know a lot about them. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Maybe they've been like probably my guess is this. I don't know nothing about the situation, but if my intuition tells me that these three guys probably been friends or whatnot and working Twitter spaces for a while and they've gathered an army to provide a product for and they went for it.
Oh yeah, and I mean, I'm intrigued to see if these guys actually want to try to create crypto Twitter, because they keep saying that they've coin phrased it, crypto Twitter, crypto Twitter.
What the
So
fuck do you mean by that, crypto Twitter? Like what do you mean by that?
man, I hadn't heard him say that until recently, and now I hear him always saying crypto Twitter, and we'll let you know what's coming up. And I think to myself, this is a project that's going to be a crypto Twitter project. Like I think we may be watching the first crypto Twitter project, or maybe if there is one, I don't know. But this one is, to me, going to be all about engagement on Twitter. I think you're going to see some correlation of things. It's going to come right through Twitter. I think everything's going to be based on the Twitter, like crypto Twitter. Like I don't think it's going to go any deeper than that. I just don't.
You mean like it's just gonna be like, yo, send this to my wallet?
I don't know, man.
From
See,
here
okay,
on out.
Deuce. They've gave literally no hints or ideas. Okay, I'm I'm just creating a prod. I'm literally creating a project, trying to think, who are these guys? What are they doing? And create a project as if I can be in their head. It's like I have no idea what this is actually going to be. I just know he keeps saying crypto Twitter. I know that they're heavy in Twitter and they want you to engage on Twitter. And I know they have bought a community or a purchased community come and engage for a little while. Tell me I'm wrong. Come on our show and tell me I'm wrong.
Hey, hired communities are real, for
Of
sure,
course they are. And I'm not really
for sure.
bashing it. I've seen it work. I've seen it
No,
work.
and I've talked to so many fucking devs too that tell me about that service. They're like, oh yeah, we got one of those. You know what I mean? And same story, we get flooded with emails for that service. You know what I
I'm more,
mean? So
yeah.
as a developer, you know, it's not like a retailer. You're looking at it like, oh, I need this service to help boost my collection. You know what I mean? And as a retailer, you're like, fuck, I got, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, what are you doing? But as a developer, you're probably looking at it like, oh yeah, I need this actually. You know what I mean? But I do get the point of manipulating it and using it in a malice way, which is probably 75% of the case, you know. So you know, I could see both ends. You know what I mean? I could see both how both ends look at it.
Listen, I
And
understand the name of the game, but hype is a very fine line of artificial value. Okay? Hype is often artificial value. So it's just knowing that. And that's one of the things that I have a problem with this whole meme coin season and this kind of a token and other tokens. Now, with that said, this thing hasn't launched. There's no tokenomics yet.
dude,
So I hope I'm
do
proven wrong.
you do you remember the Lunicorns?
Yeah, I remember the Lunicorn. Yeah, the lost VIPs. Yeah, yeah, I remember them.
Now that was the hype train like that came through and just it was like abracadabra. You guys are all zapped and we just bit.
I
And
know.
it was like just so dumb, but that man, But you go in the Discord and there's like this hype, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm not saying it was artificial, but NFTs are crazy. You got to
I
be careful which projects you invest in. You really do. You got to really, you know what I mean, enjoy them and have that gut feeling. Oh shit, I think we lost Feeney. Hold on, he might be coming back. Technical difficulties. What's up, y'all? What you been up to? What you doing in crypto world? I got a Bitcoin long going right now. It's looking magnificent. Let me hit Feeney up on Discord. But yeah, guys, we're gonna have more podcasts. We're gonna have more guests. You guys let me know who we should have on for guests. We'll try to get them on. You know what I mean? Let's fucking see what we could do. Tell me what you guys want to hear. What kind of stuff, topics we should cover. I've met some cool people. We're talking music NFTs. We're talking NFT creation. If you look at the past couple streams, we have NFT tutorial videos that are walked through by another developer that I know. So look back at those episodes if you want. And we'll have Feeney on more often so we can talk about the crypto market and all the drama that it has to do. It's like days of our lives out here. The fuck? What the fuck? I didn't sign up for all this crap. I just want an NFT, not a fucking political war. But, this is reality. This is real. I mean, hey, look, if I could send my money to a wallet, what difference does it make from me fucking buying a shit coin and watching that thing plummet or me being locked out of cashing out? You know what I mean? It's the same thing. Now, I'm not saying you should go do it, but hey, I'm a guy that's willing to take that gamble. If I have profits, okay, let me throw $50 and fuck it. Let's see what happens. Because you do hear stories, and when you hear that your friend did it and he came up and he's like your real friend, now you're sitting there like, yeah, what's the address? Don't fucking lie to me. You know you're going to send your money. Don't fucking lie to me. You know you're sending that shit. But yeah, guys, let me know. I hope everybody in the chat's doing well. I think we lost Feeney. He might have had a phone call from the wifey, is what I'm thinking. But listen, if he comes back, we're gonna jump back on. I got another meeting that I have to get to and talk about with somebody else right now too. So we're gonna get off, but we'll be back soon. Have a good one, folks. Peace.